We're looking at the roses at Chelsea Gardens. The Rose Garden has become a part of the new botanical gardens. They just started raising $15 million to incorporate the Rose Garden into a larger botanical garden. Norwich, Connecticut is one of my favorite places to see roses. This particular rose garden has knockout type, new type roses, as well as the old hybrid roses. And they originally had peace roses, which I don't see anymore. They could be here. New Dawn and New Dawn climbers, which I see. New Dawn is that pink that has become a classic. The most important part of having a good rose garden is the cultivation. They need aeration. As we notice, the paths are rather wide. That allows air to circulate around the roses. We have manure underneath because any good rose gardener will only use organic fertilizers, bone meal, manure. In this case, I think it's horse manure, but you can use pretty near any manure, including chicken manure, steer manure, even elephant manure if you can get to the circus on time. They give it away usually. Here we're looking at some trellises and some arbors. These are for the pillar roses or climbing roses. It's a good idea to have good spacing, as I mentioned earlier, because it keeps from attracting the fungus and the other maladies that affect roses. Of course, the new knockout roses are quite disease resistant, and for that reason they're now included in many rose gardens. Not only the one we see here in Chelsea, at Chelsea Rose Garden, that is. One thing I like about the area around here, if you have difficulty finding it, all the street signs have pictures of roses on them. So it's included now in the Mohegan Park, and the larger garden will take some of the acreage from Mohegan Park to be included in the new botanical gardens. So if you ever get a chance to come down to Norwich, Connecticut, by all means stop in and check out this rose garden. I make it an annual visit. Every year I'm here taking pictures or taking videos on one of my favorite rose gardens. Of course, there are others throughout the country that have equal amounts of roses, some even larger. But this is one of the older ones. And I find that I'm drawn to this place for some reason. And every year I find myself coming back and finding new roses. And they do a wonderful job. Of course, pruning is very important with roses, particularly the climbing roses. They have to be tied on, in some cases, to the trellises and the arbors. And you notice that the lawn areas include a lot of clover. I've noticed that considerably in most rose gardens. I guess this wraps it up for Chelsea Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut.